Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Silky Smooth coming to you with another video of a smooth experience. So I was just kicking back, looking at some different things on the internet and just kind of, looking at different ideas on how to work with my cryptos. And there's always been an idea that I've always been fascinated with, and it's something that I've always wanted to play around with, but whenever I was um, I guess like whenever I was playing around in the fiat world before these cryptos came along, I noticed that it was kind of hard to end up playing the game. And the game is hard to play because it takes a lot of money, and so the barrier of entry is higher, and usually only people that have a lot of money to set aside and they can afford to lose it. And those are usually the people that are the ones that can play this game. And the game I'm talking about is compound interest. So here at the Smooth Experience, where we're trading cryptos, we're going to end up focusing on a couple of different angles and strategies, just so that way we can end up nailing just a really good way of increasing our cryptos. So yeah, my whole goal here is that I want to basically use compound interest and passive income. Passive income is something that I, everybody ends, everybody's going for it. Everybody loves it. And passive income, if you didn't know, when you boil it down to its essence, is just basically income that you're receiving that you no longer put any effort towards receiving. And that is usually the best kind of income that you have. And the kind of passive income that I'm looking for is in passive income that's still providing a value or a service to the world. That's what's super important about just kind of like where I'm coming from whenever I am investing or voting with my dollar, because I firmly believe that you do vote with your dollar. So, yeah, basically, I want to always come from a place of wanting to provide service or value to the world. And so the cryptos or the coins that I'm looking for are usually something that does provide a value or provide a solution. And passive income is one aspect that we're going for. The second aspect is compound interest. Compound interest is amazing and it's powerful. Like, look at some of these articles that I just find on the internet about compound interest. Boom. If you were to look at this, you can see what is compound interest. Motley Fool's writing about this. And they're basically talking about how like compound interest is one of the most powerful forces of investing. Here's how to calculate it. And basically, it's just amazing. What it talks about in this article is that like simple interest is something that a lot of times our bank accounts are giving us, and it's making our value in our bank accounts only go up in slow incremental values. And usually you'll get your interest compounding in your bank account monthly or annually. You'll end up seeing a lot of these calculators that'll do annual compound interest rates. But with things like what we've been talking about with Bitconnect and some of the other strategies that we're going to be using, we're going to be using like daily compound interest, monthly compound interest, because the point of this is that you want to end up getting compound interest more frequently, more deposits, so that it could compound faster. So if you look at this, Business Insider, another pretty well-known source, they're just talking about these three charts show the amazing power of compound interest, and it just starts off. One of the biggest financial advantages out there is something anyone can access by opening a simple retirement account, compound interest. Sure, compound interest. I'm like, let me turn this camera around. Sure, compound interest in a retirement account is fun. That's nice and all. But that's what I was talking about. Those are the accounts where I'm saying that you have to have like $2,500 or usually even like $1,000 just to open the account. And then after you've opened the account, the interest compounds depending on the institution you go with. They may end up compounding it monthly. They may just end up compounding it once a year. And if that's the case, in my opinion, that's not a smooth experience. That's going way too slow. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that my value and my tokens are compounding daily, sometimes multiple times a day. and that's like what we'll get into way later on. But yeah, as it is right now, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Is that like compound interest super super important because there's like some really cool formulas out there where if you just take your interest or you take your funds and you end up putting in every little bit that you get back from your reinvestments, you'll end up seeing the power of compound interest just be able to start going way fast like this. In this article here, so compound interest, once we start using it, and if we constantly reinvest, because it says, look, it even says right here, compounding frequency makes a difference. Okay, so like this, guys, if it was my opinion, like this should be like the number one header. This should be the biggest, boldest text on the page because that's exactly what I'm getting at here, is that the frequency makes such a difference. Where, all right, what do they say? In the previous example, we used annual compounding, meaning that interest is calculated once per year, right? But let's see. Okay, it doesn't go into like daily, and I don't blame it because a lot of times before cryptos came around, there weren't a lot of investment vehicles for us that could give us daily compounding interest like Bitconnect and some of these other things that I'll be getting into. But look at this, like when you compound this, imagine this was going on every day, guys. And if you were to end up putting in just a little bit into a vehicle that allows you to compound your interest every day, just after a few days, it starts to take off. And guys, like after it gets here, it starts to take off so fast that it's going to end up just being able to give you so much that you'll be able to do what you want with this strategy that I want to go with. Because once my bitcoins and my other coins are compounding all the time, like that's when I'll be able to take a few of those coins and put them somewhere else. So, yeah, just a quick update, talking a little bit about my strategies, talking a little bit about the ways that I look at these cryptos, and yeah, I always just keeping things smooth. So, if you guys like this stuff, go ahead and use the link below to sign up. Sign up for Bitconnect, throw some money in there, start compounding your money as well. Bitconnect is just the first of a few tools that we're going to get into. After you end up sending me a screenshot of when you signed up, um, you send me your username with that, and then I'll be able to invite you into a crypto compound crew that I have going on where we're basically just trying to always give each other strategies, and we're going to be able to diversify our coins into different vehicles so that way, yeah, if one vehicle goes down, say BitConnect goes down one day, it's not really going to hurt me. So I want to end up sharing some of these things with you guys as well. Let me know if you like this, comment, subscribe it, like this, and yeah, this is Silky Smooth with the Smooth Experience signing out. Peace.